In Rockbridge County, the unemployment rate is 7%. 14% of the population lives in poverty, and 40% of school children qualify for the school lunch program. Still, nearly 30% of the area's population is obese. Eating well isn't cheap, and picking the right foods requires some knowledge, and old habits die hard.
One of the things that we do during nutrition that kind of brings to light, hey, just because I'm in middle school doesn't mean I don't need to start thinking about how I'm eating, because right now the habits they're forming now are the habits that they're going to have for a lifetime.
At Maury River Middle School, 39% of students are overweight. Jeremy Sink makes nutrition education part of his physical education curriculum. But for many families in the Rockbridge area, it takes more than awareness to eat well.
But I think that there are people that don't buy, in the grocery store, they don't buy the best food that they could. They buy a lot of processed food, they buy a lot of drinks with a lot of sugar in it, soda, pop, whatever. And that's not the healthiest way to eat. And some people would say, well, fruits and vegetables are very expensive.
Lexington Mayor Mimi Elrod is part of Let's Move Lexington, a group that used a $10,000 grant to hold one recent event to raise awareness of healthy habits. Holly Otsby from the Carilion Hospital Community Outreach Program was in charge of one of those booths. She wants to make information more available for people.
Most people don't really have a good understanding of nutrition, and you have to really go out of your way to find that information. So we try to make it easier and let people know.
The fun day drew out families interested in health, such as the Millers. Rob Miller is the owner of Body Ease Physical Therapy. He and his wife have always stressed the importance of nutrition to their kids.
Since they were very young, eating has been very important for us healthily. We also exercise on a regular basis. We ran our first 5K as a family last year in the spring.
But reaching people who think less about their eating habits and lifestyles remains a challenge. The adult obesity average for Rockbridge County is higher than the 26% average for the state of Virginia and the 27% statistic for the United States. Obesity is measured by calculating body mass index, which takes into account a person's height and weight.
BMI ranges 25 to 30 is overweight, over 30 is obese. For a 6-foot male, I believe right around 180 pounds or so or above is in that overweight range. Less than that would be normal.
Krantz grew up in the Rockbridge area. As a physician's assistant, he did a stint in pediatrics, and he's seen the results of unhealthy eating firsthand.
And that was pretty eye-opening, seeing, the 6-year-old in 100+ pounds, and parents just not being very well educated on how to deal with a child who's requesting these things over and over again, and kind of out of convenience giving them what they want.
Laura Simpson, who is currently conducting a Rockbridge area health assessment for the free clinic, thinks that the culture of food here is also a major obstacle.
I would say many people in the county that even you could hand them a box of vegetables, and they don't do vegetables. They do meat and potatoes and soda. That's just their culture.
District-wide changes in Buena Vista, including baking rather than frying foods and switching vending machines to healthier snacks, seem to be helping. In fall 2010, 9 in 10 kindergartners were overweight or obese. By last year, that number had dropped to just over half. For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Billy Crosby.